Charles Ponzi, the man who created the Ponzi scheme. Today, almost everyone has heard the term Ponzi scheme, but few know the story of the man behind it. In 1920, Charles Ponzi promised investors a 50% profit in just 45 days. His explanation sounded complicated but convincing. He claimed he was making money by trading international postal coupons. In reality, there was almost no legitimate business. Instead, Ponzi simply used money from new investors to pay earlier ones, creating the illusion of huge profits. As word spread, thousands of people rushed to invest. Some even mortgaged their homes because they believed they had found the perfect investment. At its peak, Ponzi was making the equivalent of millions of dollars every single day. Eventually, journalists exposed the fraud. There was never enough money to pay everyone back, and the scheme collapsed. Thousands lost everything. Today, every investment scam that pays old investors with new investors' money is called a Ponzi scheme because of him. Gregor McGregor, the man who sold a fake country. Gregor McGregor pulled off one of the most unbelievable scams in history. In the early 1800s, he claimed he was the ruler of a rich Central American nation called Poyais. He printed official-looking maps, government documents, and even created a national flag and currency. Investors believed him. Families sold everything they owned to move to this tropical paradise. The problem? Poyais didn't exist. When ships finally arrived, settlers found nothing but dense jungle, disease, and empty wilderness. Hundreds died before survivors were rescued. Meanwhile, McGregor escaped with a fortune and amazingly managed to convince even more people to invest before authorities finally stopped him. It's considered one of history's greatest real estate scams. Victor Lustig, the man who sold the Eiffel Tower. Selling one of the world's most famous landmarks sounds impossible. Victor Lustig proved otherwise. In 1925, he posed as a French government official and secretly invited several wealthy scrap metal dealers to a luxury hotel. He told them the Eiffel Tower was too expensive to maintain and would be secretly sold for scrap. One businessman believed him completely and paid an enormous amount of money. By the time he realized he'd been tricked, Lustig had already fled to another country. Even more incredibly, Lustig returned to Paris and tried to sell the Eiffel Tower a second time. Later, he became one of America's most wanted con artists before finally being arrested. Bernie Madoff, the largest investment fraud. Bernie Madoff looked like the definition of success. He was respected on Wall Street, managed billions of dollars, and was trusted by celebrities, charities, and wealthy investors. For decades, clients believed their investments were growing steadily. But there was one problem: almost none of the profits were real. Like Charles Ponzi before him, Madoff paid old investors using money from new ones. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, too many people wanted their money back at the same time. The illusion collapsed. Investigators discovered a fraud worth around $65 billion, making it the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Thousands of families lost their savings, retirement funds disappeared, and charities were forced to close.